So today I've got a super cool guitar to share with you all, and that is this Mule Resophonic Mulecaster. Now, this guitar is super cool for a couple different reasons. The first reason is that it is a fully hollow, steel-bodied electric guitar, and it sounds incredible. Now, because this guitar has a hollow steel body, it means that it's an extremely resonant, really touch-sensitive guitar. You can even hear acoustically. It has a really, really loud acoustic sound. And that acoustic quality, the resonance of it, really means that it's a very touch-sensitive, super responsive guitar when played through an amp. So another really cool thing about this guitar is it's tuned like a baritone guitar, but it's a regular 25.5 scale length guitar. So what that means is it's tuned in B standard, which is B to B. So when you're playing what is regularly an E shape on a standard guitar, you end up with a B chord. So the way that that's accomplished on a regular 25.5 scale length guitar is by using really, really thick strings. If you don't use thick strings, you end up just having all sorts of intonation problems, and the strings are really loose, and it doesn't sound very good. So these strings on here are actually 17 to 64s. I find that another thing that happens is when you have the combination of these baritone strings, the hollow steel body guitar, means that this electric guitar sounds like nothing else I've ever played. It just sings. Now, if you guys are at all familiar with guys like Ariel Posen or Joey Landreth, you might have seen them play a very similar guitar. They both have Mulecasters as well. Although Ariel Posen does play a Stratocaster style version, and this is the Telecaster style version of the guitar he makes. But one of the main reasons they do that is because this is such a responsive, resonant instrument, it's incredible for slide guitar playing. Now, in case you guys aren't already familiar, baritone guitars, or in this case a baritone tuned guitar, is really good for things such as outlaw country, roots rock, Americana, because they just fit in that like really nice sonic range somewhere between the bass and the regular electric guitar that really lets you add a new texture to the sound. So one thing that you got to watch out for when you're playing this baritone tuned B2B style guitar is that you aren't getting in the way of the bass player. Because you're in that baritone tuning, you're now crossing into the sonic territory that the bass player usually takes up. So there are a few things that I like to do to help stay out of the way of the bass player. The first thing I like to do is using a smaller amp. Right now, today, you've been hearing me play through a Princeton Reverb Combo 1x10 speaker, which is typically what I play through live if I'm playing with a bass player. And I find that those smaller speakers means that you're not really getting a lot of that strong fundamental bass frequency that the bass player needs for their sonic range. The other thing I really like to do is always play with at least a little bit of overdrive. I don't like to play this guitar clean, just because I find that if I do, it really clashes with, the clean tone that the bass player usually has. Now, a couple other really cool features about this guitar is that it has these mini humbucking pickups that Mule Resophonic makes themselves, and they're really great pickups. They work with this guitar super well, and then also it's got a really, really beautiful roasted maple neck. And something that's super cool is, unlike a typical Telecaster or Stratocaster bolt-on neck, where basically the neck ends right where it's connected to the body, this neck actually extends all the way through the guitar, almost similar to how there's a center block in E35 style guitars, although it's still pretty different in the sense that the neck and this almost center block type piece are all one piece connected, and it really makes the entire guitar come alive. And it's one of the most solid, sturdy, playable necks that I've ever felt. Alright everybody, well thank you so much for watching and checking out my review of the Mulecaster guitar. Really awesome guitar. I suggest you all go out right now and buy one. I'll be back later with some more reviews down the line. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and also hit that like button, because it really helps, get this video out there. Yeah, it really helps with the YouTube algorithms. So thank you so much. Take care.